Hey there, friends. Welcome back to another Legally Armed America video. I'm, of course, Paul Glasgow here, the one and only truth pimp, dealing you a vulgar display of logic and reason. I want to put this video out today kind of on the heels of yesterday's video. And I'm actually inside now and not out at my studio because we just got hammered with some kind of thunderstorm. So excuse my, I guess, somewhat relaxed environment here. But nevertheless, on the heels of my video from yesterday where I talked about a lot of the things that were not being taken care of, I mentioned that a lot of the Republicans out there who were trying to cozy up with Elon and even Trump at the time when all the DOGE announcements were coming out of the wasteful fraud, abuse, and spending, how a lot of those same Republicans chose not to codify the DOGE investigations and cuts even within this, quote, big, beautiful bill. Maybe we have an explanation, or maybe it's just lip service. I'm simply putting it out there because it's very relevant to what I put out yesterday. Stephen Miller, who is, I don't know what Stephen Miller's job is now. He has like unofficial titles, like it seems like a lot of people in the Trump administration do. I would say he's probably way up there, a very big time advisor to Donald Trump, but a very smart man, like a super smart. When you listen to Stephen Miller talk, you're like, I don't ever want to debate that guy. The guy is very quick-witted and very sharp. Again, facts, lip service, is this the reason why? It almost seems like he's putting this out there to keep people from getting mad about the DOGE cuts not being codified. He posted this today. DOGE cuts are discretionary spending, the federal bureaucracy. Under Senate budget rules, you cannot cut discretionary spending, only mandatory in a reconciliation bill. So DOGE cuts would have to be done through what is known as rescissions package or an appropriations bill. The big, beautiful bill is not an annual budget bill and does not fund the departments of government. It does not finance our agencies or federal programs. Instead, it includes the single largest welfare program in American history, along with the largest tax cut, and then he goes on to talk about how great the bill is. I thought that was important, though, to put out that they're definitely hearing you guys out there. I think a lot of people are really speaking out on X, online, different social media platforms, and calling Congress and letting them know, dude, we voted for this. All these DOGE cuts that you guys were high-fiving each other about that you found, we want this money clawed back. We don't want this spending to be spent out there. So, again, I don't know if this is damage control by Stephen Miller. It doesn't seem like it because he does provide some pretty good information. I've not had a chance to investigate what he said, but as smart as the guy is, I got to take his word for it. So it may be a combination of trying to soften things up because people got a little bit aggravated whenever they heard that Republicans voted against the DOGE cuts. Doesn't give me any more confidence for Republicans out there because I still feel the same way I did before. They probably, this is my opinion, reached out to the White House and said, throw us a lifeline. Can you help us explain why we didn't vote for this? And I'll bet you they felt the heat, put pressure on the White House to help bail them out. And now they're going to say, oh yeah, what Stephen Miller said. Yeah, what he said. That's what we were doing. We were playing, what do they call it? 3D chess? We were playing 3D chess all along. Whatever. Again, I have no change in my thought process of how I categorize most of these Republicans out there. I don't have them in much higher standard and regard than I do most of the Democrats out there. But I thought it was interesting that Stephen Miller felt the need to put that out, and it is interesting. I'll do a little bit more research on that, and if there's any changes in that, I'll put that out tomorrow. But maybe we are going to see DOGE cuts on the horizon. Maybe that is coming. Maybe we'll see what these Republicans really are made of that we don't have much confidence in. Maybe they get behind some of these DOGE cuts. Only time will tell, guys.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
It's over!